How you doing? It's Dan McDonald. I am the Life Regenerator here on YouTube. It's such a wonderful opportunity to come before you to share my love for the preparation of raw foods. I've got some of my best friends in the house tonight, and they are hungry. And whenever they're hungry, I take that opportunity to make these delicious foods. I did the soaking of the nuts and seeds video the other day. Everything's going real well. We got the mung beans here, my favorite. And we've got some almonds and some sunflower seeds. So I'm going to make a nut pate today. So make sure you always soak your nuts and seeds. People are like, I eat nuts and seeds and get a headache. Did you soak them? No. You got to soak your nuts and seeds. It's absolutely imperative to wash off the enzyme inhibitors. Soak the almonds for 12 hours. Soak the sunflower seeds for 6 or 8 hours and you'll be good to go. What I'm going to do is add some almonds. I'm just going to do it all and just hook it up that way. And then I'm going to add the sunflower seeds. So equal parts of the sunflower seeds and the almonds. And I think if someone wants to transcribe, you know how much I really appreciate that. So let's say 2 cups of the sunflower seeds and 2 cups of the soaked almonds. Then I'm going to take about 1 cup of chopped parsley. You don't want to go too heavy on the parsley, but it adds a nice color and a nice texture and a little bit of flavor. I'm going to add 3 cloves of garlic to this. I'm going to add, well, I'll add the onion at the end so that it's got some chunks to it, but I'm going to add a zucchini to this as well. So again, we're talking about maybe 1 cup of chopped zucchini. You could add more if you want it to be a little bit lighter and a little more low fat. I think everyone around here is going to really enjoy the heartiness of this. But if you do want to go a little more low fat, you could actually add more zucchini and less nuts, depending on where you're at in the program. Remember, the protein from the nuts and seeds is very beneficial at certain phases in the game. The proteins in the nuts and seeds actually can help to produce really tight muscles, as well as nourish and nurture the reproductive organs as well if you're in that phase of the game. Because sometimes, like if you're just on fruit, you'll be like, you might look at your wife and not have a lot of interest. You throw a little bit of sunflower seeds in there, a little salt, a little garlic, you're going to add a little bit of stimulation to that area. I wouldn't say get out of balance. Like the meat protein really pulls you out of balance because it's so high in protein, so high in uric acid, that it can really drop the energy down into the lower energy centers of the body and bring too much stimulation, and then it'll kind of activate more of the animal brain. So you want to keep a nice balance. That's why like a vegetarian proteins are very beneficial. They're not overly stimulating, but they'll allow you to have some of that strength in that area if you are in an intimate relationship, or if you're trying to channel that for athletic pursuits as well. So a lot more to that. Maybe I'll get into that one of these days. But the next thing I'm going to do is, so that's, what's that? For girls too, yeah. You know, it's, I'll say it like this, the more intimate interactions that a woman has, the heavier the period is. So like for example, this is kind of strange, but you know, like a prostitute will have very, very heavy and long menstrual periods. So that's another interesting little tidbit. For the men, that fluid that is released is actually, if that's preserved, it actually feeds the nerve in the brains. The lecithin that's in the fluids feeds the nerves and coats the nerves, the phosphorus and the zinc from the nuts and seeds. So if you get too much protein, too much phosphorus, too much zinc, you'll have nocturnal release, or you'll be overly stimulated and kind of start acting a little bit aggressive towards women. So you want to stay balanced. You'll want to play with this and be awake and watch yourself. And a nice balance of vegetarian type proteins I feel are the best. You get too many nuts and seeds in there and you start getting too much stimulation. You don't get enough, you can get too much ascension of the energy, and you might lose interest in that altogether. So there's no right or wrong in any of this. It's just helpful to have a little bit of information from someone who studied this very much in depth practiced it on his own person, and is at this time looking for a balance in my own personal life in that. Do the nuts and seeds do the same thing for the female? Yes. Proteins, excessive proteins will lead to excessive stimulation. So there really needs to be a balance there. And that's why we all need to pay attention and learn our own bodies. But excess protein leads to a lot of different health disorders, not only excessive stimulation for you know, intimate desire, but also if it's just too heavy, too much protein can clog up the lymphatics and create an acidic condition. So that's why when you bring in the zucchini, you bring in the parsley, and you bring in the wrap here with the collard greens, it creates, there's the proteins, and you've got the acidic side, because you need about 20% acid stimulation. Otherwise, you'll just kind of get too soft. You can get, if you just eat like orange juice for a week, your brain, you start going up, 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 and you can't really relate a lot of times. So that's why you learn what food does, and I'll probably have to spend the rest of my life explaining this because I've thought about it so much, the proteins, the fats, the carbs, and how everything can interplay and how you can use it as a tool and master your body. So you may want to have more, it's like your anniversary's coming up, so you go get some bee pollen, you know what I'm saying, and some pine pollen, and then you eat some macadamia nuts, and you build up, and then you have a very special night with your wife, and then you can like tone that back down and kind of get back into your groove of a calm, more calmness and stuff. So it's just, I hope these seeds are being planted in your mind and you're able to think and do a little more research on your own and let this information sort of sink in. But anyways, let's get back to the recipe. But no, good questions and great Life Regenerator, you know, flow here. This is some curry powder. And so this is more of a, this is going to be like a nice curry. So I'll put a tablespoon of that. And then I'm going to have a little bit of Celtic sea salt. Maybe a couple teaspoons of that. And then just a dash of cayenne. I don't want to go too much, but everybody here likes a little kick. So I'll put about a teaspoon of that in. And then I'm going to wheel it up here real quick. Now, I can... Now this also makes good crackers. You add another zucchini, you'd have crackers. Boom, you know. So there's 2 recipes for the price of none. Oh, I was gonna on this particular one, I'm gonna, Dawn, can you go grab the DVD? It still should be over there. I'm gonna actually give away. If you made it this far, then I know you're a true DTM, and I'm giving away the Transitioning to Raw DVD. So all you have to do. Transitioning to Raw, in case you don't know, is my new DVD, which is on sale right now. I'm launching it. It's going to be available for a few more days at the sale price, so if you want to get it now, because you know, the raw food, man, is the ultimate. And I'm throwing in low-fat raw vegan recipes for energy and weight loss, and you also get the booklet with the recipes and the shopping list in it. So whoever wants one, say DTM, I want Transitioning to Raw, and then tomorrow I'll make a video and pick a winner. I'll scroll down and randomly pick somebody, and I will send you a copy of Transitioning to Raw in the mail. How about that? And I hope my prayer would be that it is for somebody who may not be able to afford it, but who could use it. And I put that intention out there right now. So this, I'm gonna leave it a little bit. I'm gonna scoop around one time here, but I'm gonna leave it with a little bit of texture. You could go really, really smooth on this, or you can leave it with a little bit of texture. But what I've got here, the neighbor brought over some. These are actually, they're not collard wraps. They're actually these are actually wraps from the cabbage. So, well, whatever, right? I mean, man, that's epic. I'm gonna juice some of these in my lemon ginger blast, baby. My neighbor, he's got the epic garden, and he just needed to get this out of the way to plant some new stuff so he can bring it over to me, because he doesn't eat it. He just loves growing it. And he comes and I get this spinach. It's so sweet. It's amazing. He knows how much I appreciate it, so he's like, come over anytime. I'm like, okay, I will. When I'm on the juice. Now I'm going to put put the onions in last so that I could, so that those could have a little bit more texture there. So I'm just gonna let those. You can do this with the. And that's that. There we go. So I've got this pate here, and what I'm going to do is spread this on the wrap here. And what I'll do real quick, because I really don't want to let you go. I love being here with you. You bring out the best in me. Did you know that? You give me a purpose. I hope you have a purpose. When you find it, that's your job. And you know, I have the purpose of making videos and talking about the raw foods, but I'll tell you what my real purpose is in a minute. My real purpose is stillness. I'm going to take some tomatoes, and I'm going to put some tomatoes. I'm going to make this one for Dawn, one of my best friends in the whole world.
Mutual, thank you.
Yeah. You can come on camera and try it.
Oh boy.
Not yet.
Okay.
It's not done yet. I got to put some tomatoes, and then I got an avocado here, and I'm just making the ultimate epic, awesome wrap here. It smells amazing. Yeah, you can smell it from there. I'm gonna put a couple of slices of. Sophia, I told her I'm gonna make some wraps for. I'm gonna make some wraps for everybody. She's like, "Oh my God, I wish I was there." I said, "Oh my God, I wish you were too, baby." So I am going to wrap this up. So Dawn, is there anything else that we need? Come in here.
You're the chef.
I already know. I don't even need to try this stuff. You need to tell
Okay.
everyone. Come on into the shop.
Great.
Dawn,
Hi. Thank you.
tell us what you think.
I gotta take a bite?
Mhm.
On camera.
Mm-hmm. You know what she's gonna say. You wouldn't just say that like to make me look good and then get off the camera and be like, "Oh, it's not that good."
No, I'm
It's
gonna
like-
need more than one though.
I think we're good. I think we'll say goodbye. Thanks, Dawn. You want a plate?
It
There
doesn't
you
matter.
go. Beautiful.
Thank you.
You get to get up on camera next.
Amazing.
Tomorrow. Okay. Because everyone needs to know who you are. The social media goddess, Kiana, who is going to help me blow up. So check it out. If you want to get the transitioning to raw, DTM. I want transitioning to raw. And I'll pick a winner tomorrow on the next video. Hopefully some friends will come over and want to eat some food because I'm transitioning to birthday. So bring me the liquids, baby. Give me some of that desert love. I'm going to make a juice for myself. Liquid light, liquid love to hydrate, energize, electrify, illuminate for you, baby. Yeah. So is there anything else I need to say except for if you haven't subscribed to these videos, you're crazy. You better do it because you're going to want to stay in the loop. And also give this video a thumbs up. And whoever transcribed this, thank you so much. Make this recipe. Feed your family. Living raw foods. It's the best. Peace.